we are going to be getting healthy in pregnancy. At least I'm going to be getting healthy in pregnancy. And let me give you some backstory. Throughout the majority of this pregnancy, I have been tracking my water, my protein, and my calories. And you may be thinking, why do you need to do anything else, essentially? But I went to my midwife appointment, and she informed me that I had gained 8 pounds in a matter of 3 weeks. Now, a body's gonna do what a body's gonna do. There are some pregnancies that no matter how much you do all of those things, you're still gonna gain a lot of weight. That's what my midwife told me. She said with all 3 of her kids, she was like, I gained 50 pounds with each pregnancy. And she said sometimes that just happens, but she told me to reevaluate what I eat in a day and make sure I'm really staying under in my sugar and over in my protein. So after evaluating everything I eat in a day, I was like, okay, well, I'm doing the water, I'm doing the protein, like I exercise like 4 times a week. I feel like I'm doing great. But the one area I have not been tracking is my sugar. Now, while I may be under in my calories, like I'm eating the right amount of calories per day, if I am high on sugar in my days, and very frequently, like it's okay if once in a while, like once a month, you have too much ice cream or too much sugar in a day. But if it's a consistent routine of having too much added sugar, I have learned that it can lead to excessive weight gain, even if you are under the amount of calories, or if you're within the amount of calories, even if you're taking in your water and your protein and all of those things and exercising, sugar can still affect weight gain. Now, it may not all be fat per se. It could be water retention, sodium retention, all of those things, but it does affect your weight gain. I was pretty ignorant to all of this. I didn't know what added sugar meant, first of all, and I kind of was like in my head, like, oh yeah, like of course I'm getting under that. But I don't think we realize how much sugar, added sugar specifically, is in different things. You know, when you're not pregnant, it's not as bad. I mean, you still watch it, obviously. Like, you don't want to be ingesting too much sugar because it can lead to cravings and a lot of other things. But when you're pregnant, everything is intensified to another level. And it affects your blood sugar, and your blood sugar rises really quickly and stays high for a really long time, which causes excessive weight gain and fast weight gain at that. So it isn't just, oh, like I'm gonna gain a lot of weight, but it's like you'll gain a lot of weight fast. Now, like I said, it's not all fat. Some of it's just water retention and sodium retention, but it does affect your pregnancy. It affects you as a mom. It affects the baby, all the things. And these are things I did not really know until I did my own research this last week. And so this is why I'm doing this video. By no means am I an expert in pregnancy nutrition or anything like that. I am just doing what I think is best for my body and the steps that I need to take to prevent myself from gaining any extra weight in pregnancy besides what I should already be gaining. So I have a few goals for this week's video. I'm going to be taking you guys along and showing you my day-to-day, like what I eat in a day, how much protein, water, other things, but specifically sugar. And I want to take you guys along because I want this to be a place of like accountability for myself, because when you say you're going to commit to something without telling other people, it's easy to just like back away and not do it. But because I am wanting to bring you guys along, it adds a little extra accountability to the mix. So come along with me in my week as I get healthy in my pregnancy. So I take the Mary Ruth's Organic Pre and Postnatal Gummy Vitamins. This does unfortunately count towards my daily intake of added sugar. So I think so far in my day I've already had 30 grams of added sugar. Or wait, no, not 30, 29. It's probably best to take supplements that are in like a capsule. However, when I'm pregnant, I found that my gag reflex is terrible and I don't do really good with swallowing pills. So I've just always resorted to gummies. And then this is my first water bottle of the day. This holds about 22 ounces of water. So I drink about 4 of these on top of like coffee and maybe like a 0 sugar soda. But this is my plate: 2 eggs, 1 egg white, my prenatal, and half a cup cottage cheese.
I take a scoop of creatine right after my workout, 5 whole eggs, and usually some grapes or some peanut butter, some banana. Yeah, that's my breakfast.
Yay! What are you eating today, buddy? Okay, so it is 11 o'clock, which is about food lunchtime for both Gentry, David, and I. He is currently having some chicken with some Greek yogurt and some grapes. I'm gonna show you guys how I make my high protein single serve mac and cheese. It's really good. It's about 500 calories-ish. So it's definitely not like, if you're trying to cut back or whatever it is, it's not one of those meals that you want to cut back on. It's just simply to get in the protein while also kind of allowing yourself to give into some of those cravings and stuff. So I'm gonna share it with Good morning, friends. It is the next day and I've just made myself some breakfast. I've added more eggs to my plate and today we're doing a little something sweet. So I have homemade toast or homemade bread with all natural peanut butter, some bananas, the other half of the banana, and then I have 3 eggs and 1 egg white, which equates all to 32 grams of protein in total. So very excited about that. One thing to note about peanut butter that I didn't realize until I got married to my husband was that most peanut butters have added sugar in them. So you want to look for an all natural peanut butter. All natural peanut butter has just like peanuts and salt, but a lot of the other brands like Skippy and Jiffy and all that stuff, they contain added sugar. And like, I grew up on Jiffy, so not dissing on Jiffy, but it's not 100% natural. It's not 100% what's the word, without added sugar. So one amazing way to sweeten up your naturally unsweet peanut butter is with bananas or honey or just simple ways like that. So that is what we're eating. So this is my plate of food and I'm so excited to eat it. So I just stopped at the gas station, and this morning I had my normal coffee and my 3 eggs and some peanut butter toast with a little bit of honey, and I'm on my way to meet a friend for coffee. I'm not gonna get any coffee though because the coffee I normally get has 25 grams of added sugar, which I've already had today. But I did pick up at the gas station just a cheddar cheese and a Built Puff Bar because I tend to get really hungry on the drive to and from where I'm going because it takes about 45 minutes to get there. So I just came back from coffee with a friend and I had a Built Puff Bar, which I love. It's dessert and protein all in one. If I could have unlimited supply, I would. And then I just finished, I made it half of my usual mac and cheese because I had the Built Puff Bar and I already got in enough protein. So it is currently a nap time in the household and I had a little snack. I did half a serving of Greek yogurt with a tablespoon of chocolate sugar-free pudding mix and a little bit of granola to add crunch because I've been really craving like sweetness, but obviously trying to stay away from having too much sugar. So that is what I had. It was actually really good, really filling too. And I'm literally already at my protein goal and it is already halfway through the day. So not every day is completely perfect when it comes to what I eat in a day. I have reached my protein goal already and it's only 4:30. I've already had like 100 grams of protein. But I decided to splurge a little bit on some movie theater snacks. So I got the Joyride sour blue raspberry strips with 4 grams of sugar per serving. And then I also got me some Unreal chocolate bars, which these are both so good. So at the end of this video, I just kind of wanted to give my concluding thoughts about how the week has gone and how I felt, if I felt any changes, and all that stuff. So obviously the goals of this week were to exercise at least 4 times a week, to get in my water, get in my protein, and to make sure I'm not consuming any more than 25 grams of added sugar per day. And honestly, it has been a successful week. I was really nervous because typically I don't hold up to what I'm gonna do when it comes to sugar. And it was very eye-opening to see like how much sugar is in things and what is considered low sugar versus like things that are considered high sugar. I think one thing I've learned is that it is actually better sugar wise to just do normal plain sugar and milk than it is creamer. In fact, you can get a big cup of coffee and just add in like 2.5 teaspoons of sugar and some milk, and it tastes exactly the same than having creamer where you're dumping in a whole lot of extra things. Another thing I've learned is I pretty much consume all my sugar at the front end of the day versus like midday to the back of it. It's actually pretty easy to get in 100 grams of protein per day. It just takes small different swaps. Like instead of using normal pasta, you use chickpea pasta, which has so many more nutrients in it and a lot more protein. I think another thing too that I have learned throughout this process is, I keep calling it a process, throughout this week is that exercising every single day not only feels good, it's not something you want to do in the moment, but it feels good in the long term. But number two, being pregnant, I have also noticed that I have a lot less aches and pains when I am exercising and I am doing my daily stretching. I have also learned that it's very easy to get in 80 to 100 ounces of water per day. I think we think of it as this lofty goal, but it really isn't. And especially if you're trying to watch your calories and your sugar intake, you are really just sticking with water most of the time. I've also seen like, okay, there are nights where I splurged a little bit. Like last night, I went to the movies with friends, so I bought myself popcorn, I bought myself some candy, but I made sure that the candy was kind of on the lower sugar side. I think a lot of the time too, like when it comes to trying to eat healthier, you feel like the sense of FOMO, like, oh, everyone else gets to do this and I can't. But I think instead it's just rewiring how you view your food and how you want it to fuel you. And at the end of the day, too, like it's fine every once in a while if you have a cinnamon roll. If you're having a cinnamon roll every single day on top of like all the other sugars, that's something to think about. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that it was informative. I hope that it kind of gave you a realistic view of what it looks like to get 80 to 100 grams of protein per day while being a mom to a toddler and pregnant and all these other things. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.